Good morning, fishy folks. Happy Friday to you. Hope if you got snow the last day or two, you're enjoying it. And if you're not, sorry, that sucks, but I love snow. Let's talk about Java moss today. Got a couple questions about Java moss. How do you grow it? How do I have so much? Well, it's pretty easy. Basically, Java moss requires no CO2, very little light, and no fertilizers. And that's it. I do have these cheap LED lights that I got at Home Depot, nothing special. I don't even know what the par value is, and I don't really care. All the plants I have in my tanks are low light and serve two purposes: to eat nitrates and to provide cover for fry. But Java moss, the story of Java moss in my fish room is I wanted guppy grass when I first started, but nobody had it here. I couldn't even buy it online, and I saw some Java moss in a local fish store. It was $6 a portion for maybe a 8 or 10 ounce. I think it was an 8-ounce portion cup, and thought it was really expensive, but I bought 2 portions because I hadn't seen it anywhere else. And I had that in a tank that I had the red and yellow guppies, which here, sorry, didn't mean to walk away, but a tank with these guppies in it. Strangely enough, someone called them German red tuxedos. I kind of like that name. I don't really go by names much, but it's much better than mutt guppies or PetSmart guppies or whatever I usually call them. Anyway, that's how I started growing this colony. There was a 10-gallon with 1 male and 3 females and Java moss. Anyway, so I bought the Java moss, and it was 2 8-ounce, I think it was 6 or 8-ounce cups, portion cups. And as an idea, it was about half the size of my fist, a portion. And I just kind of spread it out in the tank, and that's that. And it just started growing from there. Again, no light at that point. There was no fertilizer, and that's pretty much all the Java moss in my fish room for like 6 months. That's what I had. And then as I started expanding and having more live bearers, I needed more, and I saw that my local fish store had pretty much a 10-gallon tank filled with it. That's all that was in the tank. And so I said, yeah, I need some of that. And he basically took a ginormous handful, put it in a fish bag, put a rubber band on it, and when I went to pay, no, don't worry about it. What? Yeah, I just keep it just in case, but nobody really wants it, so just take it. Okay. And that amount was probably like everything in this tank, as an example how much it was. So how do I grow it? Well, like I said, cheap lights or these lights, and that's that. No CO2. I do dose Easy Green now once a week. If you're not familiar, it is Aquarium Co-op's Easy Green all-in-one fertilizer, and it is so easy because to dose it, it's 1 pump per 10 gallons, right? So it's a 20-gallon tank. 1, 2, I'm done. That's it. That's how easy it is. I do dose that once a week, but keep in mind that 10%. There's a 10% water change daily. So that's all I do. This tank doesn't get a water change actually because it's not hooked up to any water change system because it's so low. Plus it's a growing for profit tank, so I want the nitrates to kind of hang in there to help feed the plants. But anyway, back to Java moss. Super easy, no CO2. Whatever light comes with the tank, whatever light you have is all you need, and no fertilizer required. Now, the other plants I have in my fish room, because I was asked about this also, it's water wisteria. It is super easy to grow. I float it like this, and it provides cover. I put it, you know, in the substrate like down there, and it provides cover, and obviously here. And I actually did just add it to this tank this week for cover. Took an old breeder box I had, which I used once and hated, and created a little, you know, added some gravel to it and put the plants in there. And that's all I did for that. And water wisteria also very easy to grow, very easy to propagate. Basically, if you see if I can do this without ruining a phone, that's not a good piece. So if you float it, eventually roots start coming down. See? And those roots get stronger because they're trying to find substrate, so they're always growing down. And the leaves grow better because they're closer to the light. But eventually you can just plant these roots, and then you get, you know, like a big tree after a while. Also low light, no fertilizer required, although it does help. And if I wanted to propagate this, like if this is longer, I could just pull off this and plant this, or float this, and it'll start to get roots, and then plant it. And that's all you do. That's it. Like I said, I use it for cover for live bearers. All my mollies, you know, there's 4 or 5 big adult mollies in the growing for profit tank, and I still have a ton of fry because there's plenty of places for them to hide and food for them to eat. So I like it for that reason. Plus you can float it like this, and it grows, you know, like this. For a while, this is all I had in here was water wisteria. I just put a tiny bit of Java moss in maybe a week or so ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. You can see Java moss here, and it gives the fry a place to hide. It gives the fry something to eat because there's things growing on it. So Java moss. Any questions, let me know in the comments below. But just to review, doesn't require CO2, doesn't require fertilizers, low light plant. Don't expect it to grow fast. Even with high light, I don't think it grows very fast. As an example, if you started dosing with fertilizers 3 times a week and put high light on it, and it grew twice as fast, it still would be slow. Yeah, so that's that for plants. I am supposed to pick up 5 more fish from the guy that I got these guys from. He emailed me yesterday and said, I need tank space. If you want the last 5 angels, they're yours. Just come get them. Pretty busy this weekend, but I'm going to try to make an hour or 2 where I can go get them. My other problem is I don't really have a place for them. You know, these tanks aren't drilled. There's no water. There's no air yet. So I don't know what to do. My thought right now is to take these guppies out and put them in the mutt tank, the 30 down below, and let that go and see how that goes for a while, and then put at least a couple angels in here, maybe 3 or 4 in here, or I'd probably put all 5 in here, let them go through quarantine and be done with it. But not really sure where I'm going to put them yet. I'm not sure if I can get them this weekend. I'm pretty busy. But here's a swordtail tank. Lots of different generations, and this is all colony breeding, which is how I breed all my live bearers. Basically, you put a male and a female, or more females, but whatever, you put your adults in, you put some Java moss or cover for them in, and you feed them, and they have babies, and the babies take cover in the Java moss or whatever and eat off it until they get big enough to venture out, and then they're too big to be eaten. That's how we did these, that's how we do those, mollies, guppies. Yeah, pretty easy. Alright guys, I think that's about it. please like and comment. And if you like what you see, if this is your first time here, or you've seen me on Corey's stream from Aquarium Co-op, or on Facebook, and you want to take a look because you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. I'd appreciate it. Definitely helps. I have a goal of subscribers this year, and I'd like to hit it, and I need help, because it's the only way to get subscribers is for people to hit that subscribe button, right? Now I'm just babbling. We'll end with the electric blue rims because they're spectacular. Hope everyone has a great weekend. See you Sunday.